Because this place in our soul has been so assaulted, every one of us has a story, And here's what's so important is that we begin to form what we think about God as Father based on our experience in this world of the category of Father. So it might be your earthly father or lack of. It might be the images of Father in media and in your childhood. But all that collectively is what we truly believe about God as Father as a starting point. So we have to uncover that and excavate to get to that place. And this week sometime, I encourage you, take some honest time, unedited. Put your theology aside, your creedal statements, Tozer says, to get to your core beliefs. Because actions reveal beliefs 100% of the time. So look at how you live. And it will show you, like my life, that I was living as a Christian, as one who walked with God, as a total orphan, in total self-sufficiency. Here's what's great, guys, about the gospel is it's far more than we've been led to believe. That God is at work even today to restore the place of sonship in our lives. Ephesians 1 is this fascinating verse that I confess for years, like I didn't get it. It was over my head, and the religious veil just kind of kept it hidden from me. But it says, for he chose us, God chose us in him before the creation of the world to be made whole and holy. In love, God the Father predestined us to be adopted as his sons through Jesus, according to his pleasure and his will. Now you have to understand, the scriptures were interpreted by scholars, but they were written for ordinary people in ordinary lives, like me and like you, tapping into the supernatural reality of an extraordinary gospel, a God and an extraordinary story. And so if we let the religious veil and the drapings come off of that, we can recover a treasure. You see, I always thought that God the Father was a backup plan. Some people get good dads, a few get really, really good dads, but everyone else, like we have to kind of sort it out, and I guess God will kind of be the backup pitcher. And he'll come in and give us some table scraps. But that's not what the gospel says. The gospel says before the fall, before sin entered our story, it was God's design and it was his joy. It was his pleasure to be Father, and we, his son and daughter. And so his deep hope is that our earthly father would be the primary source, but even with a great earthly dad, it is not enough. It was merely meant to point us to the reality of God the Father. And we have an entire demonic system set to wage war against this place of identity. God is after restoring this place in us. John 10:10 says, the thief comes to kill and destroy and steal. But I have come that you might have life and have it to the full. And in John 17, later on, I just love the Message translation where John says, what is life? So he comes that we might have life. And right there in John 17, at the end of Jesus' life on earth, he says, and this is real and eternal life, that they would know you, the Father, the one and only true Father. That's his mission. The epicenter is knowing the true Father.